Let me send a link to the class. But yeah, Corinne, I just shared that TikTok to the C11. It's, kind of fun to showcase, show off some stuff. I'd love to be able to show off more of those kind of moments with these student games.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
I was pretty impressed with the Markiplier thing.
Holy smokes! Yeah, has the rest of the class seen that?
I don't know.
So this is a good.
Actually,
this
know
is
which channel that got into.
This is a good one to chat with especially as we get into Villa de la Muerte. Did I pronounce it right this time?
Well,
one of the beautiful things about horror games is they love to stream them. Like the streamers love to stream them. And with We Went Back, which was one of our grad games a few years ago, we had a couple big streamers stream those, and it kind of blew up. And it also encouraged the downloads and on Twitch, etc. And it's just fascinating. Yesterday, Markiplier did a video of it. And so once again, it's got like another, I think when I checked yesterday, it was about 600K views.
Yeah.
And his videos, his horror games usually get 10 to 15 million. So it's kind of funny because what happened in the alumni Facebook channel, they're just like, get ready for a deluge of downloads again. And that's what happens. A big prominent streamer will stream the games, and then everyone else kind of follows suit. So it kind of keeps everything going.
Well, and that We Went Back is a pretty tight 20-minute, 25-minute experience.
Slack is showing on the screen. Oh, sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Thanks, Erica. Thanks for keeping me on par. This is the pre-show. Erica. If you've ever watched Frog Pants, it's a friend of Corinne and I's. He does a morning show, and it's funny to watch him. He'll just be chatting, screwing around for his morning shows, and he has a pretty good big audience. But then all of a sudden, he like snaps and like they go into the intro, and it's all formal. So
yep.
We never get formal, but it's all pre-show. But here we go. Okay, so first of all, hopefully everyone from La Villa de la Muerte is in the chat. We played this game on Tuesday. We're going to do a reset today because they had made a lot of updates, bug fixes, which happens all the time in game dev. Sometimes things happen, so I'm excited to play through this a little bit more updated, and Corinne as well. So here we go. So if anyone wants to check it out, you can check it out on itch.io right now. But for any of the producers who are here with us, what is your current schedule as far as publication?
Yeah, so I will post our Steam link in your chat. So our Steam page is set up. Obviously, to have a Steam page, you have to have a build on there to begin with. So we're already set up there. It's just, once we get we can continuously update new builds and launch it from there at any time, really. But yeah.
Awesome. So I was just starting the game, but you're saying you can right now download it on Steam?
I don't think we have it live yet.
Okay.
It still says coming soon, but at the moment, obviously, Itch works. We're starting to get near the upper portion of it being too big to be on Itch now.
Love it.
So we'll be obviously moving over officially to Steam in time.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. For anyone on Twitch right now, can you hear the background music playing? I want to make sure it's not too loud or too quiet. Once again, I love this intro screen. You've got the nice music coming through, kind of chill vibes, sets the tone. The candles are just a really nice touch. And who made the music for you?
The students over at Berkeley College of Music. We have four awesome people working with us that we've been talking to. Updates every week or 2 weeks. And they've been not only just the sounds that they've been making, sound effects and music, but the directions and how to implement them, I know has been super helpful for our engineers as well.
I love it. So we're going to hop right into the game here. Less talk, more fun. And why don't you run through some of the changes that you've made, at least, and especially since the last time we played? I know.
So the biggest change, you're looking at it right now. The biggest change is our courtyard has some updates to it. Looks a whole lot less block out than it did on Tuesday.
It's like really pretty, and I just want to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I'm climbing up on some invisible collision there.
Well,
which
yeah,
is
we
fine,
have some
which is fine.
we have some problems with the landscape there in front of the gate.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna have to flatten that a little, but
well, that's beautiful. And I don't want to give any spoilers out, but later on I'll be able to enter that. Is that the idea?
yeah.
Okay. Just tell me to hush up. I don't want to spoil anything.
No, you're fine. So on Tuesday we talked about it a little bit as well. Walking up this street, we are having another pass at polishing up how the street looks. To put more small things like little posters, fix how the boxes look on the ground, make the street look a little less barren as it does right now. But
Right.
the street's fairly important. We want this place to feel like and also to put trees in the background behind the villa.
Yeah.
Kind of populate this area. But you'll see once you get inside the villa that really all of our focus was villa out. I think I said this Tuesday as well, that the villa is the centerpiece of our experience, and so kind of going from there out.
Oh snap! Not as scared as I usually am for the the door slamming, but no, that's awesome. No, as you can see, the villa itself is beautiful. Just coming into that, and yeah, and as far as the courtyard goes, I mean, I like the shine. Wait, what is that sound now?
Uh,
The background music coming through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
have it's kind. I think we're still kind of messing with the volume. It is kind of loud. It's just ambient sound that's in the background, kind of like a. Is that the sound like you're kind of hearing right now?
Yeah, it's almost like a humming, and it could be intentional. Honestly, it's like,
Yeah, it is.
It's
it is
creepy.
intentional.
Yeah, it's creepy. Like this, it's giving me this like what the heck vibe.
So, what the Berkeley students have done is throughout each level, that sound gets a little bit. At least the sound of it gets a little bit more intense every time. It is a little bit loud right now. We'll be toning that down a bit.
Is it a person humming or is it like a mechanical hum?
It's not a person. It's just like this. It's just kind of like this humming, kind of like bass tone-ish kind of noise that they came up with.
Gotcha.
This
I
kitchen,
can't hear anything, so
it's great. This kitchen's looking really great.
Yeah,
like it's
like
really
food in it.
Yeah,
Well-
there's quite a lot of food here. The idea for so in the first loop, when the game is complete, you won't be able to walk through all of these rooms. We took away some of the doors. I saw Gabe was trying to open the game room door with like a billiards table and a dartboard. That door, I guess, did not get. I don't think I saved before deleting that door. But we opened up a lot more doors that originally wouldn't be open in this first loop, so you can look around and see all the updates we've done before we've moved them to different rooms. But
love it.
originally the idea is that the player will walk up these stairs that you're up. We're going to update the stairs. I know they're just blockout stairs, but you'll walk up these stairs, and then it's very easy for the player to find where to go. They're not going to get lost in a room. We lead them, start to tutorialize them on exploring the villa, and that leads them to the children's room. So,
and I want to point out, you have the new gas lamps in, which is awesome. So I noticed at the end where we had that cut scene where usually the candles all start lighting. I'm assuming that is just being re-implemented with the gas lamps.
Yeah, you saw nothing. You were kind of just looking at the walls to the inside of the children's room. But you'll see something different in this instance to kind of guide the player there. If you will, for me, because I'm looking on Zoom.
Yeah.
Can you do a quick 180 and go look in the so go down this hallway, and to your right there'll be a big master bedroom. I also want to point out that Sharmi's been able to get some stained glass and some more just populating our space a whole lot
this
more.
is beautiful. Just from do you have any plan for like baseboards and trim?
Baseboards and trim? No, we don't have. We don't think we have enough time quite for that. We want to make sure that the stuff that we do have gets in like a polished way.
I don't think Adobe walls have baseboards.
They don't.
I don't think so.
I will have to research that.
I know, me too. Actually, I'm trying to think about the times that I've been in them.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, just everything else is trimmed out so well. It's just to me at least, and from a game standpoint. Whenever you have two textures just kind of meeting up against each other, like with the floor and the ground, it's always nice to have a transitional piece, and that's what's beautiful about crown molding and baseboards, especially in a higher end house, is
Yeah.
they block out that, so they make it feel like it blocks out transitions pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then, I was gonna ask if you kept going through this way too.
Okay.
You have an updated. The space you're in now will have swords and shields and like maybe a helmet, a conquistador helmet possibly. But we're looking if that makes sense for the time period that we're in. But to give this hallway some character.
If you have it, I think
that.
that sounds cool. I mean, it sounds like a cool place. Yeah,
And then the conservatory. This is what we're quite excited about too. We were worried if this would come together at all. There's a lot of the wallpaper looks a bit busy. We're seeing if that fits quite. But these open spaces to walk around the villa to kind of be rewarded for exploring a bit more feels nice. We have to, like I said, fix up some of that landscape. But we're very happy with how this has kind of come together to look more full.
It does. And so as far as like commenting on the busy stuff, it depends on the feeling you're trying to get. The more busy it is, the more confused like your eyeballs are. You don't have anything to focus in on, which for a horror game, maybe that's good in some places of the game. So I would say if you have some busy areas but then less busy areas, then you have that contrast. But to me, that's fine. And this is awesome. All this stuff is just coming in fast and furious, which is awesome. The big thing is now I see all this beautiful art coming in. Any future like plans over the next couple weeks for like additional lighting passes?
Absolutely.
Or have you hit the bar you're looking for?
The lighting pass is a big one for us in the coming week. Really, we have two big things to do. Both lighting pass, and then we have a navigation pass that we're going to do pretty soon here. Because with the AI running around, the last thing we want is for some of these objects that we brought in to block the ghost's pathing. We don't want it to get stuck on a chair, if that makes sense. That ruins some experience with that. So we're going to check how these objects that we've brought in affect the nav mesh that we've created in the villa to try to minimize having the ghost be caught on a dresser, caught on a railing, stuff like that.
Right.
But we do have two big passes coming up in the next week. First one's lighting. I guess they can happen simultaneously, but nav mesh pass. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And a lighting pass definitely are two big ones that we think add a lot to the experience. So
it's awesome. I love that. I love these little camera cuts. Just from a visual standpoint, some of the things you might look at is like this bookshelf really matches it blends really into the background. And this is something that with a lot of this stuff, honestly, I think a good lighting pass will help add some shadows and depths to a lot of the objects. But to me, like some of these textures, I almost wonder if and this is just aesthetic, it's nitpicky and whatever, and I know you're in a rush, but having like a darker wood grain on that would pop out a little bit more, but that's so picky. But this is awesome.
Absolutely. Also, the wallpaper that you're seeing in some of these is a bit more representative of how it might look in later loops, like the Torn wallpaper. It won't look quite like this in the first view because the house is it look more like the kitchen where stuff is more pristine. More
So it's going to continue to get more drab as you go on.
Exactly.
I love that. So as far as having those iterations in, when's kind of the goal to have some of that more representative of the final product?
So by the end of day today or end of day Friday is when we're hoping to have. Oh, you see the court. This is how the courtyard used to look. This is what I mean, where we put everything in Villa 1 to give you an idea of how these things would look, and then end of day Friday is when we're looking to have those in each of the iterative loops.
Yeah, I'll tell you, with a small art team you have, the amount of art you've been able to put into this game is incredible. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, lots of shout outs to Andre and Charmy. It also took a little bit of I do have to shout Vienna and myself out for adding some things. I mean, they're very blockout in nature, but sometimes you just gotta have a ring or a necklace, or you just gotta put a block for a tree. So you just make it happen. Yeah,
those small details matter. Yeah, and even this courtyard, I gave some feedback kind of on the placement of the villa last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this courtyard's wonderful, and it's kind of like what I said. I know you're focusing villa out, but I do want to point out that a huge portion of your gameplay is in the courtyard, and that's where you start from.
Yeah.
And so, like, if this was my level design class, I know this is more of a finished environment art type thing, but it's great because you do have the block out. The base is there, and it's strong. The buildings, I don't think you'd even need to touch at all. They're great, but now it is those medium and the small details, right, to really set dress it. So it's looking great.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like what we talked about a little bit earlier, posters on the sides of the buildings, maybe rolling, maybe have an event of like a rolling soccer ball down the street. Small things like that kind of, we think, make the street, make the experience feel a bit more less static.
Yeah. So is the idea that there are people out and about if you have a ball, or would it be like a ball from the past or something? I love that though. Any kind of small environmental movement you can adds a lot of touch to it.
Exactly. And then you can see from outside the lighting path that we're looking for. It's very bright right now. Hopefully we can get to at least the third loop where the lighting will start to darken. That I know Andre's particularly kind of proud about how that looks, how foggy it is. So
I love it. So this obviously is a huge difference as far as the interior goes. This is just you haven't copied over the new stuff, right? Is that
exactly?
Okay. Yeah. So this is really cool because we get a quick view of what it looked like just a week or two ago, and you can see, especially if anyone's watching, wow, you've added so much detail.
The contrast we have for the Via of how it looked a week before, honestly. This is what it looked a week ago, and what it looks like this week is quite large, which means that there are definitely problems that have occurred from us making that big of a change. So we're taking time, we're allotting time to make sure that nothing drastic has changed in like the gameplay sense. That was big for us, that adding all these things is really nice and it looks very good. We got to make sure that it fits with our Ghost Lady too.
Well, it fits and also doesn't create any big breaks, right? So,
exactly.
So changes are best done a little bit at a time, and a lot of times when you're rushing to the end, it's kind of like a waterfall, and you're making all these changes at once, and then you're not quite sure what broke, right? So
exactly. We've planned for stuff to go wrong with the like giant influx of art, but
I love it.
Even when you plan, stuff will change. So
yeah, so I actually like what we're doing today, where it's more of just we're just appreciating all the art you've added instead of really focusing on the game, which I know is going to come along. But for me, maybe this is kind of selfish of me, but I want to experience it like in the full effect. I want those jump scares, and I want to be scared when I play it. So I like that we're just kind of touring the environment today.
Exactly. I don't know how much time we have per se for until the next team.
I think
goes.
we're just about done. But is there anything else you'd like to point out, or anything else you'd like me to explore?
Yeah, can you? I know you're slowly picking up the portrait pieces that I know you've seen before. Can you just hit? Do you have a numpad? Can you hit 4 or 3 on your numpad? 3
okay.
Actually.
3.
It should hopefully load you. Oh.
It didn't.
It should. These are our dev cheats to maybe load you into the 3rd level. But...
Okay. Oh no. Okay, number pad. Okay, I was using the top keys. There we go. So I hit 4.
Okay.
I hit 4. Is that? Whoa.
That's fine. This is kind of what we were looking for. So this is more that nighttime.
Yes.
I wonder if 3 looks that much different,
Let's
but
find
I
out.
doubt it does.
So here's 3.
It doesn't look different outside. Inside, obviously, because it's a different puzzle. It looks
Okay, this is great. So this is what I was talking about, like the effect the lighting past has on it, right?
Yes.
This is like, before coming through here, I always go back and look at the baguettes, and I think you guys know that. But before, they look so bright and vibrant and like completely lit. So now that we have some shadow, some shade, a little bit of the fog going over it, like, they don't look as lit. They just look more realistic, and it's honestly so much creepier walking through this space now.
Can you walk into one of the lanterns on the wall? Because I want to see if you actually hit it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
I
Perfect.
hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a plan or two of having an object swing into some of those lanterns, just to, I don't know. Andre has added that physics effect, and I think it's a really big addition to the kind of the versatility of the street. So these are small changes that I was talking about before that make the street feel less static, make things feel more real, more something you can walk into. We're trying to create
Yeah.
that magic circle. And so stuff like that, where you hit the lantern and it swings and the lights flicker in the villa, and all of these things are coming together.
Oh, there we go.
very
Yeah, there's
quickly.
the flickering
So,
lights. See, and movement doesn't have to be physically moving, but lights like flickering, they add this liveliness to it. And the fact that the via is flickering, but nothing else is really draws me to it, right? So it's
at
like
this
I'm
point,
focused
at
on
this
it.
point in the narrative, you have met, I believe, you've met the ghost lady. So you know stuff's going on in the via. You know there's something different about this space now. It's not the same
look at
via
this.
you entered in the first one.
No, it's not. It's via 2.0.
It's nice and
And,
dark.
and you've got that music coming in as I go into it. Oh, this is great. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably a good time to end, because I want to play through the whole thing. And this is awesome. And since we only have a couple of minutes left, this is genuinely creeping me out. Which
Very
is
dark.
in the
Can't
best
see very much.
in the best possible way. It is pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
But is
At
that
this point, you should have the lantern.
okay?
If you had completed
Yeah.
that portrait puzzle in the previous loop, you would have had a lantern with you to walk through. If you press
Right.
R, does it bring up a lantern?
Yes.
Or
Oh,
L?
that's
it does.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you will have gotten this. You would have gotten this at the end of the last one to help
Yeah.
shine way through the villa, but you'll notice it doesn't light up too much. So
Yeah.
you
So-
still got to look.
And this is perfectly fine. Is there any way to slow down the physics on that lantern?
Yeah, there is. We're looking at that to make it seem less like one of those little slinky toys that
Yeah.
you get after winning enough tickets somewhere.
Yeah, I would almost think like because you're holding something, it would be more of a subtle swing, right? And once again, picky, but it's something you'll be looking at a lot, and the player will be looking at a lot.
Exactly.
This is fantastic.
So, I guess for everyone watching, imagine this space, this darker space, how it was in that first loop that Gabe went through, with all of the objects lighting up, creating shadows in the hallways and in the rooms. That's kind of what we're looking for here. So we think that'll be a big change. Like I said, by end of day Friday, we're gonna have a newer build, so people can see shadows, see how light's gonna not reflect off, but play tricks on you, I suppose. So we're excited about that. We are very excited about that.
This audio is fantastic too. I just heard I swear it felt like someone like breathing behind me, and
I
it's
can't wait to be
creepy,
able to hear it.
creepy. Awesome. All right. Fantastic job, Team Vila. I keep mispronouncing it. I keep thinking Bob Vila, right? No, but this is beautiful. Beautiful job. Huge ups to the team. If anyone wants to check it out, links down in the description, especially if you're into horror games. This is gonna be the game of the year, I'm telling you, for horror games. All right, thanks everybody. That was fantastic. Okay, we'll exit out of this guy. And so, just so everyone is aware, so April 27th, right? EAE launch is when we're going to showcase the final version of this game. So we still have a few weeks of development left. And as you can see, just looking at the contrast from last week to this week, it's moving quick, right? And so
Absolutely.
it's going to look from how it looked different from a week ago to now. It's going to look completely different then. And for anyone watching, come support our student games. It's going to be live streamed on Twitch, on the school's Twitch, and we're excited to showcase that.
Yeah, I think we start at 6:30 that night, Mountain Time, whatever
It'll be amazing.
that is where you are.
It's Michael Standard Time. This is what I call
Right.
it. Okay, here we go. So, Toy Factory, you guys here? Sorry, Chrysalis Inc. Pre-show.
Hasn't been Toy Factory for a while.
No, it hasn't. I actually still like the name Toy Factory Horror.
Well, I think it gives away the toy part
Oh.
a little early.
It does.
So,
Jones, how's it going?
Yeah, been fine.
Oh, good.
Pretty,
Oh, good.
pretty nice.
Hey, we're gonna play your game.
Awesome.
This is Toy Factory. Hey, I know we've all heard it in class, but what's the razor pitch? This
The
beautiful
Razor
game.
Pitch. Sorry, I'm looking up the Steam link right now. The Razor Pitch is a 2D horror game, a 2D adventure horror game that leaves you in a abandoned factory, and you are going to solve some puzzles and try to figure out what happens in the factory and why you're here.
Awesome. And you were looking for the Steam link. Are we live on Steam now?
We are wishlistable in Steam. So you can wishlist, and we'll be launching at April 26th.
Ooh, the day before. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's check this out. We're gonna click on. So we click on new game.
Yes.
All right, we got the sound. Whoa, my leg. Oh, did you see that? My legs were awesome, and now they're fixed. I thought it was broken. This is beautiful. So we played this a little bit on Tuesday. So, Jones, what updates have been made since we played on Tuesday?
So we fixed several issues that happens on the.
Yay,
on
the grab
Thursday.
works.
One is that grab, so our engineers make it slightly easier to grab onto, and then we finally fixed that past shader. So when you are going to the past, you will see a visible difference, and we also fixed some stuff in the second part of the game, which you just haven't been seeing from yesterday.
So I know I just played this, but I should be able to make that jump. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So this jump is designed to be a little bit tricky to get the player learn how to sprint jump, because that mechanics will use that a little bit in the later scene of the game.
Yeah, and I would even say just if possible, if you can adjust this a little bit, so I can almost make with that one. I would. And this is going back to my days as playing this kind of stuff. Is make it so someone with much less abilities could still make it. So almost like you can still make it with a single jump. But the ideally you're doing a shift jump, right? And then you leave some kind of marker up there or UI to tell them that that's what they need to do.
Okay.
Especially in the tutorial sections.
Sure.
But this is great. I love the changes that have come to this. So the background when this opens up, it's gonna. Right now it's the grid background. Or
we
grid.
are probably gonna replace that. So we have two plans. One is we just take a static image to place it behind it, or we're just gonna remove it because we still have a lot of things to replace, like a lot of art assets are gonna be adding into the game. So we're not sure we'll have time. If we don't, we'll just remove the whole teleport effect.
Nice.
But just leaving the shaders and the sound cue.
Well, even if behind the broken kind of dimension thing, if it could be like a emissive kind of bright ethereal color, like something going behind it.
Yeah, we could.
So that you don't have to worry about it actually portaling into whatever that past is.
Okay.
And then it still feels like a doorway.
Walking through into a different location the way it is now, but if it's just like, I agree with Gabe. Like there could be a.
Yeah.
I think that indicator is really important, but I think you could probably make a really quick.
Yeah, and these,
that.
and to that point, these are those dev decisions. Like, hey, if we had more time, we'd work on that other one. But let's do the quicker, easier approach, like just to make it work. Because I think it's actually really good to show that kind of doorway or portal into the past. And now that you have this static grain stuff, and the lighting has changed, even though it's a still space, feels a lot different than when I played it on Tuesday, which is awesome.
Yeah, we actually have this in game on Tuesday. It just did not work.
It's all good. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Okay, and we have that thing again. Okay, so let's do this. This is awesome. And Corinne, I'm just gonna keep playing, so feel free to.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
that feels great.
the in-game. I've seen the complete plan, so this is new for me, kind of too.
Yeah, interesting. This is feeling a lot more like honestly this is feeling a lot more polished than it did 2 days ago even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was broken 2 days ago.
To be fair, and that's the beauty of this too. This is feeling really nice, Jones.
Thank you. Our team will glad to hear it.
Okay, and then once again, really easy just to put a little crouch prompt above me. And so, yeah, we're going to come up upon... This is about how far I made it last time, right? Okay, you've locked the door there, so there's something back there. It looks kind of creepy. And I love it. I love it. I can't get to it, but it entices me. Keep crawling.
Yeah, last time you get to hear you trigger a bug that we rarely see is that you ragdoll yourself, which we don't know why it happened, and we just seen it once in all our development time.
Wild.
So here you just jump down.
Okay. A leap of faith here.
Yeah.
So visually, if there's any small detail you could put there to like encourage the player to jump down, or and I don't know if you have time for this, what I would do to solve that problem
A slide.
No, you get to the end of it and it actually just the floor breaks off.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So it's out of the player's control. Leap of faiths are one of those things that like, should I jump? I don't know if I should jump. It didn't look safe, right?
Did I miss something that would make it like a lever, or it would increase the time that your players would
I love this section
down the end. I know.
So am I supposed to be that far underneath everything?
Yes. So we want the player to feel like a little bit drowning in the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, that's new. That's nice.
See, I like kind of drowning. Okay, in some spots. That's that is so creepy.
It is so good. I actually really like that choice. The
they
covered
got
up.
me. They got me.
It's hard.
So yeah, I'm trying to gather my thoughts on it. So for me, like the arms are jutting up so high that they made sense when I was like waist deep, because they were gonna like grab my face or my body, but now they're jumping up so high and I'm underneath, almost like they couldn't even see me. Like I feel like hidden, which maybe that's your choice.
Yeah, we so our level designer feels like so the player should be able to see where the arm is to try to avoid them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they want them to feel like that they are like traversing something. It's very deep, and they just need to struggle a little bit.
And there's not a lot of time, and so if this isn't already in the works, I wouldn't necessarily worry about it. But are there any plans for any movement on the hands?
We used to have a plan. Now we probably don't.
Okay. I like that gating hand right there, where I have to time myself to walk through it. And we made it.
To go onto the box.
Oh, that's right.
There.
The blinking doorway was. Oh no! Did I hit something? Nabbit.
Yeah. You go around the hands.
I think that I get the drowning thing, but I think you're muddying the emotional response here with all of that.
Yeah, I think we could lower the level of the dolls and see how that works.
Just
again.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're traversing a problem area, and I like the way they all move, and I think that looks good. But I think Gabe makes a good point. I do think that you feel like you're less attached to the character. It's so early in the game.
Okay.
So seeing a little head or like shoulders would be a little bit more reinforcing of I just think it's a little too high.
Okay, of course. I'll note that down to make sure.
Try it.
Try another version of it.
Oh, and I do.
Because you can't see it. That's the problem.
And so I can't see my
well.
capsule. So when I hit stuff, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I was that far.
And the lighting is a little off in that spot. Like it's hard to see even the.
Okay.
And this may be a little bit gamey too, but even adjusting like the color on the arms, so maybe they're a little bit lighter, so that they stand out a little bit more when they pop up. And then honestly, and I think this is actually low hanging fruit is sounds when they pop up. It'd be and anything, even you could really scare the crap out of people with like creaky door, like yelling sounds or anything, but even just them popping up every time they pop up. There's a lot of feedback you can get off that, and you can
Yeah.
really lay in the creep on that too. Okay,
Got
so
it.
here's that. See right here with this arm switching up and down, I'm not 100% even where I am. So you do
Yeah.
run the risk for the players to accidentally run into things, and I think that I'll use that.
that's
And what did I just
Oh.
hit?
I think you got squished to death. Do you want to just jump to the second part?
Okay.
Yes. You can do it, Gabe.
This is beautiful though. No, this is playtesting at its finest.
I like that the dolls are still falling down right there.
Yeah, we try to create that effect by when we load the level, they actually fall from the ceiling with
Yeah.
the characters. So it feels
Mm-hmm.
like they're still falling.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think not to pound on that anymore, but you only know your position when you are moving, which,
Yeah.
which makes it a little difficult. Okay. And then that box and the ladder, just extending collision past that so the player can't fall in between them.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Is an easy fix on that one. So we're gonna go towards the light here. Okay, so it looks like I should go down again. So that's what we're gonna do. Sweet character.
Yeah, it's so dark in Zoom. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it might be a zoom issue. Oh, this is sweet.
Oh my gosh, this just looks so good.
Love this. And I actually love the little radio
Yeah.
indicator there. Oh, that's cool. That background's awesome.
Yeah, you can see the other stuff behind it. That's cool.
Oh, so
That is actually a static image.
yeah, so that's another thing you could use for all of those, is just a static image
Yeah,
behind it with a little bit of effects. This looks beautiful.
I know.
Oh my gosh. The lighting, the whole ambience, the whole feel of this feels so much more polished than what we saw earlier. This is like trailer footage right here. This
Yeah.
is creepy and awesome. And we have
I
shadows
like
now
the
underneath
color
the player.
choices that you guys have made too. It's because it was a little confusing with the red and the green before, and I think that.
Oh
just made
no!
me like, oh
no!
crap! I didn't see that.
This is awesome. Look at this
So
look
much
at this room
nuts.
too.
I'm trying to keep it E.
So I'm pretty sure
Rated E.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to walk around this corner here. I'm
Yeah.
having some kind of light or some kind of indicator. And a lot of times in level design, what you'll actually do, you can even do like some wiring or something going around that way,
Yeah.
or something even
Like a light swinging.
yeah, even something on the ground. Honestly, pointing. It doesn't not a literal arrow, but something that's kind of an arrow pointing around that way.
Okay.
And it's amazing how subconsciously people will just pick up on that and just go that way. This is freaking awesome. Look how creepy this is.
I know. It's awful. Oh, like
And-
that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you guys already know how to do that.
The blinking light.
Just tell us we know.
Come again?
You already knew how to tell us where to go because the light was
Yeah.
flickering.
Okay,
right
this
there.
is
Yeah.
this is escalating quickly. And was something supposed to be chasing me here?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I should. Look at those hands and those feet coming up in the front. There we go. There we go. Run, dude, run. What? This is awesome. Oh.
Like dog just came
Okay.
in and was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, and I want like the Indiana Jones music coming or something. Just not literally, but freak me
Yeah,
out.
so
That's
we
awesome.
actually have several pieces of music that supposed to came in, but after we put it in, we feel that it's a little bit too much on the
Yeah.
player.
So you're
we
tuning
want
it?
to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're just removing it.
This is beautiful. So you go into those incredibly finished sections like that, and then you can tell that this is still block out. And actually, we talked about this a lot in class. If you front load all the finished work at the beginning, just like you did, and if you can get like the first section as polished as that last middle section, this section is completely forgiven because you've given us like a 10-15 minute experience, and now this is still like in progress, right? And the block out
That
here is
looks
beautiful.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
With the Iron Giant in the back.
The aesthetic here is awesome.
Yeah.
This has come along so well. The sound here going through here is awesome too. All right. Oh, these claws look great.
Yeah, they should have movement. Who just hasn't had that in yet.
Okay, it's gonna
It'll
pick
be
me up.
in the next several days.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let's. So on this section, whenever I see
there.
when I see those radios, I want to go right back in time. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
Okay, now we have more stuff moving, and I have to remember what to do because I messed up on this one last time. So I know I have to get a box. But where do I move it is the question. What if I move it on this thing? What happens? Okay, that's right.
Oh.
And this allows me to get another box, right? Maybe? Okay. Trying to remember on this one.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
I've played through that one.
Now if I go back in time, does it do something different? I'm gonna find out. Or do I need to select? I don't know.
That's the puzzle.
It is the puzzle, so I'm gonna stop talking. I think what I need is if I bring one of these boxes over to jump on, right?
Yes.
Where are you trying to get to? I don't know. There's a ladder.
And now that box is. Wait. Did I do it twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the box is there.
Now I can make it past.
Ah!
Oh, it grabbed me. Is that good or bad? We'll say it's good. Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh, and there are boards over this one now. Sweet. Sweet. We done it. Sunny Girl in the comments says sound is awesome. I agree.
I wish I could hear it.
I'll have to figure out how to send, how to monitor my desktop. And this one is super dark. Once again, these are, I'm assuming, a leap of faith situation. I'm honestly not, I'm kind of, and this is me personally, and not excited about having to jump off of things when you don't know whether it's safe or not.
Well,
I like the effect up there is kind of telling me to go up top side. But I can't make it up. And it's... So it looks like that's blocked, but I'm being...
Yeah, you should be able to make it up.
Okay.
So we'll probably move the
those
machine
big
a little bit
blocks
because we
are
can't
really
see.
hard to see.
Yeah, it looks like something's in the way.
It shouldn't. I just play tested this morning and
There
you
we
should
go.
be able, yeah.
Going back in time. I love the back in time effect is working really nice.
And it's very clear.
Oh, and now you can see the rocks going past. Okay. Another hole to fall. Okay. Sends me on the conveyor belt. You're seen run. What saw me? Oh, what the heck?
Jones, that's a typo. It should say you, like.
Oh
apostrophe
yeah,
at
it
you.
happens. Yes, last time we forgot to change it. Okay.
Yes. Stop forgetting.
Typo. Okay.
We're running back up. Okay, come on, doorway.
I mean, I'm not even sure you need that. If you just had the sound change, like an alarm, it would.
Yeah.
So
So
I can,
you are supposed to be crouching into those rocks to hide.
right.
So we
Which-
should probably mention that in the text.
So I was crouching. Oh, in the rocks?
Yep.
Behind the rocks. Yeah. No, you're fine. In the rocks? How do
Yeah.
you get in a rock?
That's supposed to be a pile of non-qualified toys. So
Oh.
we're just planning to use the doll parts to do this.
I see.
So this looks like a jump to the right.
Yeah, jump to the right.
Yeah. So once again, color cues and just making that extra readable for the player.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful part right now, Jones, is really everything you need to do is obviously the art, the lighting that is being added and introduced, and then just adding these little readable things. So they're not big game-breaking things, but whenever you see a player like getting stuck like on that ladder or anything else, it's like, okay, how can we make this more clear for the player, right? And so either to make them not think they're supposed to do something where they're not, or to know where they're supposed to be. And this looks like just keep going. And we're gonna go towards this light.
So here we have a little bug that you have to press onto F in order to move that, but we already have a fix for it. We just haven't updated into the game yet.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this ramp goes down. It makes it look like I should walk off of it.
Yeah, we'll attach a broken part to it. So we are just in the process of replacing everything right now.
Yeah. So even in situations like this, the ramp is going down kind of like you should walk down it. But even on this section where I kind of realize I'm supposed to jump to the right, but even adding like almost like an idea of a little plank or a ledge will add that extra emphasis that, hey, you should jump off this.
Got it.
Oh snap! What's gonna happen here?
That's a lot of color.
There's a lot of color.
I kind of like it.
Okay, so now I'm guessing. Do I want to stay behind the blue one? Are these big robots? Are they gonna lift this stuff up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we already have the animation in place. Like I said, we are just replacing everything and adding in everything.
Awesome. So you're all very busy right now then.
Yeah.
Run! Okay, shift run. I'm assuming. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, come on, buddy. You can do it. There we go.
Great.
The assembly room 5. Here we go. This is awesome. And once again, sound effects, little like sound cues to ramp up you being scared.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome. Oh, I fell, which is fine. It's great. It's great. I'm amazing. Oh, crouch. Yeah, the having some heart pumping like music to rush you through that would be awesome.
Got it.
So we've got about 5 minutes, I think, before AJ is going to talk to the class. But how far along are we? I feel this is my longest playthrough yet, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
You're 2/3.
Nice. Okay.
About 2/3 to the end.
Okay. So I'm stuck on something invisible here.
Wait, what?
I can't.
This did not happen this morning.
It's okay. I think we did pretty dang good.
Okay.
So, broken. That's awesome. This is looking really cool. Like, this is creepy. Do you have any plans? Like, what's the story behind like all the stuff that's happening in the background? Is it just meant to be like sciencey stuff going on, or is it?
Would you mind to press P and then click room 7? So you should be able to get there. Okay. Can you press P again? And then you go back a little bit.
Go back this way?
Yep. So this is actually the part that you will block off. So you will see like there's an assembly line.
Okay.
The toys part will coming out from here. So we are trying to hint to the player that these machines are the one that produce those creepy toys.
Okay. I love it. And so this is towards the end. And was this is 7, so is this the end of the game, or is this?
So here you should be like, we don't force the player.
Whoa!
To we'll have like this cool little scene showing the scale of the production.
You're like, whoa, that is awesome. So there are a lot of walking, and it's nice. We have these nice visuals and all this kind of storytelling we're going. But will there be a lot of games like this, and specifically I'm thinking some of the other like indie student games from like SCAD and some other ones. Is a lot of times they'll add kind of these little fodder enemies, essentially just something to avoid or
chase you,
or chase or make it more interesting going through this stuff. Some incentive, right?
Yeah.
So were there any plans for that, or?
Yeah. We already have the AI in. We just need to put in the stuff.
Okay. Whoa, this is beautiful.
Don't get happy about it. You're not going to be in there for very long.
So I'm not sure where to go at this point.
Want to?
What? Was that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
So you're in the water. So. Wait,
where am I going? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go this way. So I'm assuming some big cinematic music, kind of an effect.
Yeah.
So I fell off. I feel like that was like my choice, and I feel like if I had not done that, I wouldn't have progressed in the game.
Yeah.
He looks like he's been through a lot.
He does.
Seen a little bit of life.
So we're planning to add a lot of chase scene here.
Okay.
Like I said, the AI is in here, in the game. We just haven't put it in yet.
Okay, great.
So here is just a huge part of walking.
Yeah, I think if that's the case, you already have that like in the books. Those chase scenes are going to be your bread and butter to get people motivated to keep moving forward and feel like I've got to keep going. So that's awesome. So this. Okay, let's go forward and see if someone was chasing you. Oh my goodness.
That is blocking volume. We have to fix that.
That's awesome. You know what? But our time is up. This ends here. What an amazing amount of momentum you've had on this. Like, super proud of you and your team. I Am Night Fury said a short cut scene there would be awesome if possible when the player turns on the switch to show as the lights turn on. Yeah, that would like even not a dramatic cut scene, but even a small like camera zoom in just a little bit. And as it's like chung going along with the lights, kind of moving forward, you can do something really dramatic there. But there's not a lot of time, so feel free to ignore any of the comments that I've made and just go as planned, because I don't want to do anything that would derail your momentum, right? So when Corinne and I play and make these comments, these are the food for thoughts. They're playtesting, honestly, a lot of times just to see where we get stuck and where your design, we're not playing the way your design was intended, so you can make those adjustments quickly. Amazing work on this. I absolutely cannot wait to see the finished product. Corinne,
It's awesome.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna end the stream now, and then I believe AJ is gonna pop in and talk to the class. So we'll make sure all the class hops in. But Chrysalis Inc., thanks for letting us play. Fantastic work, and we're excited to see what you have at launch.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.